I'm live, so we're live. Um, Happy New Year, everybody. I was thinking about this. At what point in the new year do you just stop saying Happy New Year to people? I'm curious. If you have any thoughts on that, I would absolutely uh, love to hear what you have to say about it. But I'm just going to say it once. This is my first live in 2026, so Happy New Year. So I literally stuck the phone in the crook of a tree right now. So if it falls, it'll be very entertaining. So that brings me to why I'm doing this and what I have to say. So, uh, 2026 is going to bring about some changes for myself and the direction of my business. So many of you know me as a runner and working with runners, and that will never stop. I will always be a runner and I will always work with runners in some capacity. But over the course of last year, long story short, I have a new purpose has emerged, and it's women's health. And I don't know, midlife and beyond women's health. So I don't know about other late. I know in my conversations with friends, what usually ends up coming up, and what in the client with the clients I've worked with, the topic of health can be all over the place. And long story short, what I wanted to kick this year off with is a workshop, a 1 hour workshop. And it's the title of it. You're going to love this. So I'm going to put my glasses on because I had to make some notes. So it's called Midlife Plus Women's Health in 2026 WTF. And the WTF is not only in relation to our health and our bodies, specifically what happens in perimenopause and, just kind of this, roller coaster. And then for menopause and beyond, postmenopause, like, how do we deal with this body that is no longer the body that we had? So the good news is, I can't wait to help you and talk about this. And so, first of all, there's a lot going on in the world right now, which that's prompted me to say the WTF. But the best way to deal with the WTF in the world and for yourself and your families is to understand, not control. We can't control everything, right? But to have a better understanding of WTF is going on with your health. Um, in midlife and beyond. And I'd love to help you with that. And one of the best weapons, I think, for your arsenal moving forward is to feel your best so that you can be your best. I like that. I hope you do too. All right. So, how many women in midlife do you know that are like, oh man, I feel good? Like, I feel amazing. And not just with health, but with finances, with relationships, and it's a lot. It's a lot to manage, and, I've gone through this, and that's what I spent a lot of last year working on, and I can honestly say I don't always physically feel good, but I have the strategies to feel good, and that's, some of the things that we're gonna talk about. Now, I was reading this morning, and I have a photo, and I'm gonna post it in the, newsletter, of 8-year-old Nikki with roller skates on and these giant, it's the 80s, so, giant knee pads, and I've got, I think, pigtails and a huge smile on my face, and that is little Nikki, something that when you talk about feeling good, little Nikki was feeling good. I was 8 years old, I didn't have a care in the world, um, probably because I had those big ass knee pads on, right? So I felt protected, but that is an example of feeling good. And then I thought about what happens in our life. So that was at 8. And then at 18, you graduate high school. Some people go to college. And then before you know it, 30 years goes by and you're close to 50, somewhere around 50. That's where I am right now at 51. I'll be 52 this year. Looking ahead, I've got another at least and hopefully 30 years. What do I want that to look like? So I was thinking about this and I was like, how can, ideally, I go back to feeling like I did when I was little Nikki. Now, a couple years ago, I did go roller skating, but that's a story for another day. But there's three facets that I thought about that many women my age and even, in our mid 30s, we can either, number one, survive, and that's just kind of coast along and deal with what life gives us. Number two, living well. You hear that a lot, living well. Well, you could be living and you're well, which to me seems better than survival, right? So living well, or, where you're just kind of maintaining. But for me, I want to go back to the feeling of little Nikki at 8 years old on the roller skates. That's feeling good. And to me, the word is thriving. Like, that's what I want to do for the next 30 years. And I absolutely have the desire and passion to help other women do the same. Because let's be honest, selfishly, I want y'all to be healthy with me and we can have a lot of fun doing it. So, that being said, let's talk about it. So, let's talk about it. Started kicking off January 2026 in this workshop. We're going to talk about the chaos and the overwhelm of all the women's health information that's out there. Now, number one, let's be grateful that at least it's out there now. But what does it mean? Everywhere you turn, you're told to eat protein, or then you're told to lift a bunch of heavy stuff when you could barely lift yourself out of bed. So, we're going to talk about all of that stuff. And I want you to come out of this workshop not only feeling better, but I will be giving you an action step to take that you can start right away after the workshop as far as improving your health for 2026. So, yes, I'm going to be giving you homework. So, uh, this is going to be, I decided we're going to have a Sunday fun day. That's what I want to call it. Sunday fun day, January 25th. I don't know the time yet. let's say, let's say 3 p.m. Eastern time. So there, I just called it. Well, I have a family Zoom at 1. So family, I'm not going to make the call that day, but I'll get back to you. So if you can't make the call that day, you'll get a replay and it'll be yours to keep, with some strategies and things like that. Share this with your friends, have them join you, because I know I don't want to be sitting around for the next 30 years without my friends. I don't want them to be, I don't want to have to be visiting them in the nursing home while I'm out on the roller skates. So invite your friends with you so you guys can go through this together. Okay. Um, the last thing is, so for my clients, if you are a current client of mine, we are going to be, this is something we talk about all the time, but for my current clients, you will have free access to this workshop. So, that being said, you notice there's 2 weeks between now and Sunday Fun Day for the workshop. If you were thinking about doing a consult and becoming a client, this would be a good time and you get the bonus workshop. So, because the other change that I'm making this year is I'm seeing fewer one on one clients so I could do more teaching. So, that being said, if you have questions about that, now's a good time to jump on my list and let Coach Nikki help you out. All right. So, last thing I need from you is I want to know, ladies, what's one thing you need help with or you have a question about in regards to your health? So, something that's been confusing you, frustrating you, let me know. This is the time. Send me your question. We'll put it in the workshop. I say we, but I will put it in the workshop. Okay. So I'm excited about this. I think it's definitely necessary. I'm excited with all the new information that's out there, but man, it's like drinking from a firing hose. But that's what I want to help you with. I'm happy to take one for the team to be able to share this information with everybody else. So hopefully, I covered everything that all the questions that you had as far as why would I do this? You need to do this. You need to get on board. You need to take control of your health and you need to figure out what options are out there and how to live. I know it sounds cliche, how to live your best life for the next 30 years. What does that look like? Because if you don't take control of it, it's going to take control of you. So, all right, my friends, That's about it. I'm going to try and get to the library before it closes because I've got resources. I got a workshop to start getting after. But listen, 2026, my motto is I see you, I hear you, and I believe in you. That's a heart. You can't tell, but I see you, I hear you, I believe you. So often, uh, especially now with healthcare, people are left unheard. And I want to know, I want to put the care back in and help you uh, not only believe in yourself, but believe in your health, believe in your body, especially when it's had some changes. And then, like I said, midlife plus, I want to see you there. All right, everybody. Hope I don't knock this out of the tree. All right. See you in, well, I'll see you for the workshop in 2 weeks. And then somebody's supposed to be starting a podcast soon. So I'll see you for that as well. All right. Bye bye.